In this session, let us try to understand the Hadoop distributed file system Daemons. The Hadoop distributed file system comprises of three daemons. The first one is the NameNode. The second one is the DataNode. And the last one is the secondary NameNode. The Hadoop distributed file system works on the principle of master-slave architecture. The NameNode is the master node and the DataNode is the slave node. Within the Hadoop distributed file system cluster, there is a single NameNode and multiple data nodes. Let us try to understand the functionality offered by each of this daemon. Let us begin with the NameNode. The NameNode is responsible for storing the Hadoop distributed file system's metadata. The metadata keeps track of all the files that are present within the Hadoop distributed file system. It stores information related to the files, such as the file name, what permissions the file has, to which user a file belongs to, and where the file is located. It also stores information about what blocks of the file system are mapped to each file that is present within the HDFS. All this information is stored on the RAM. It usually occupies around 1 GB of RAM to keep track of approximately 1 million files. The information that is stored on the RAM is commonly referred to as file system metadata. This file system metadata is also stored on a set of files on the disk, which we would be discussing in the later sessions. Now let us try to understand the functionality offered by the data nodes. The data nodes are responsible for storing and retrieving the data as instructed by the NameNode. The data nodes periodically reports back to the NameNode with their current status and the list of all the file blocks they are storing through something called as heartbeat. The data node stores multiple copies for each file that is present within the Hadoop distributed file system. We would be discussing the secondary NameNode in a separate session. I hope you all might have understood the functionality offered by the HDFS daemons.